lunch with a friend. And now I'm back. Get that there. Okay. And all right. So I've joined our Discord. So if anybody wants to jump in and hang out, they are more than welcome. Get some tunes behind me here. And all right. So I'm not on screen today because I have my camera set up for painting. So when I head over to paint after I do this, you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, I said in the last one that when I came back I was going to be cursing flat space, which of course I am. So this is what I kind of wedged. I didn't do a great wedging on it, but this is what I sort of wedged before we left. And you can see my doggo's hair in this clay. Because this was clay that we swept up off the ground. Okay. So this clay is super duper wet. It is not, I would like a more stiffer clay for when I throw, but this is just fine for making one of these. This is only going to come out to 4 cookies though, not 6, so which is fine. I just need to I need to wedge up more clay, and as you can see, I said I wasn't going to do it, but obviously I did, because, you know, I gotta cram everything in. Over here, I have... Man, do I wish I had 2 monitors. So I could see my OBS and my stream at the same time. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Whee! And now I can see both. There we go. OBS takes up more than half of my window, but if I just move it over to the left, then I can see the chat on the right. Okay, so I use these Home Depot buckets as scrap clay, as reclaim. So I went through and I emptied out 2 of those buckets. Anything that was too hard, I put into a 3rd bucket. Or emptied 3 buckets. Anything too hard, I put back in one of the buckets. And then anything that was soft enough to reclaim, if it was wedgeable, I put it with the other stuff that I worked on earlier. And if it was too soft, I put it up behind me to sit until tomorrow. And then I went out to lunch, and I had a wonderful lunch with a friend. And when I came back, I just kind of made new arches out of that clay, and It's super humid down here now from everything drying. So I turned on the dehumidifier. So my yarn bowls at this point are, if not bone dry, dry enough that I can turn on the dehumidifier to get the last couple of ounces of water out of them. And these plates, they really shouldn't sit with a dehumidifier on because I'm worried that the centers are going to crack, which isn't that big of a deal because they're just cookies. They're not like legitimate plates. But I would prefer them not to crack if, you know, they don't have to. So I'm probably just going to have the dehumidifier on while I'm sitting down here. And then I'll turn it off again and not leave it on overnight. I made my scraper really dirty. So, getting rid of that crud. Okay. Still have my coffee from this morning. And I have water. My friend got me a not really a Yeti. It's not really a water bottle, but you know, it's something in between. But it says, it's fine, I'm fine, everything is fine, because something that I say on the regular is it's fine. It's fine. And I'm not a person to say it's fine and be pissy about it. That's not me. But you know, when you're not absolutely amazing, but you're good. You're fine. So I use that on a regular, and so she got me that mug for, I don't know if it was Christmas or my birthday. I think it was my birthday last year. I don't know. Had it for a while now. Still love it. This clay is super duper wet, so I really don't want to add too much more water to this. I need to just have enough water that my hand won't stick to it as I throw it. But I'm not going to be coning this up and down. I'm not going to be trying to get out too many of the air bubbles that are in here. This is very much just going to be a make it plate shaped. So there's been some discussion in some of my groups that I follow. Is this step necessary for compressing the bottom? And some people are like, it realigns the molecules so that it doesn't crack, and if you don't do it, you're going to get a ton of S-cracks, and I never do it, so obviously it's not necessary, and well, if you don't do it, then you have to make sure you dry it slowly, and here's the thing. I want to know who's checking the molecules of their bowls after they do it to see that that is actually factual, or if that's just something they heard way back in the day. And that was the answer someone gave. But you know, they have I'm sure someone's done testing of some description on it, but I don't know. It was an interesting topic the other day. All right. So they definitely don't all need to be this big. So I think I'm going to make some of these a little bit smaller. Cookie! This is super wet, so this is actually going to probably shrink more than the 10% that it's supposed to. Let's put you down there. And once again, it's always good when I just get my hands into clay and my phone bubbings. Okay. I hate notifications for apps that I haven't used in months. I just got a DoorDash notification. Like, I use DoorDash when I'm desperate. I'm at a show or I'm at a hotel of a show and I can't bring myself to leave. And like, we cook 13 out of 14 nights a week. Now, oh man, I don't remember the last time I went out to dinner. We cook 28 out of the 30 days a month, 29 out of the 30 days a month. We very rarely eat out if it's not show season. So, I have to be like done with life if I'm ordering DoorDash at the house. Okay, yeah, here's my issue. I got no flat space for this. So, we're gonna move that down. I'm just kind of peeling this off of this bat because it doesn't need to stay around. Okay. Gonna put it here and get it reflat again. And it can just dry on a board. Nice and flat. Okay. So I definitely want to reuse these. These are my good bats. The pink bats, I'm not so much a fan. So if I'm only doing 4 of these right now, I'll use the 3 good bats that I have. And save the other ones for later. Gary took trees up for me today. He loaded the kiln. All right, he loaded the kiln. In today's kiln, we have 6 medium trees, 2 medium fir, an extra, extra large, 4 medium large, and I don't know how many bases. But he was awesome, and he took all the trees that I had painted yesterday from down here and brought them upstairs, loaded them into the kiln, and he brought me down an extra, extra large tree, which you can see there. I was supposed to paint that this morning, but I ran out of time. So, when I'm done throwing these cookies, this clay is so wet. And as you can see, I didn't even need to add any water after my initial wetting of my hands and the clay. I'm just washing off my sponge here. I do want a little bit of a lip on these. And that's twofold. I have a bunch of test tiles that I'm going to lean up against the rim of some of these, because I haven't finished getting all of my test tiles through the kiln yet. So I want to lean those up. And also, I don't need that big of a rim because I'm not going to have that much glaze run off, God, hopefully. But I want a little bit of a rim just so that the glaze doesn't run off of here and onto the kiln shelf. I can't imagine it getting that far, but I like the better safe than sorry form of doing things. You know, it's kind of like the buy the good product over the shitty quality product so that you only have to buy it once. Um, 100% running out of flat room here. If you've seen my previous videos, you've seen that I have shelving behind me. And unfortunately, I just need to make more shelving. Okay. So originally I was going to do 18 of these a day. That would get me enough for a kiln in 3 days, roughly. But I don't think I'm going to have the amount of flat space that I need for that many of these over the course of 3 days. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 12 of these a day. And then hopefully they are dry enough on the second day that I can flip them over. And then on the third day, they're dry enough that I can stack them. They won't dry as fast. But, well, I'm getting desperate. Okay. Then the question is, do I make... Even my little ones are like, have a base about probably that wide. So at the very least, I need a cookie that's wider than them. So I can't use my square bats for this. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, welcome aboard.
I have joined.
I was just whining about flat space and how amazing you are for bringing up the trees today to load the kiln. So that I could have some more flat space down here to paint the extra large tree that you brought down for me to paint.
Oh, I don't know. I can't hear. Let me try switching to my phone.
I guess he couldn't hear me. Could you
Yes,
not
now
hear?
I can.
I was just saying that I was just whining about flat space and how you were awesome this morning and took the trees that I had painted upstairs to the kiln and brought me down the extra large for me to paint next. You
Yes.
freed up a whole bunch of flat space for me so that I could continue.
Yes. So I had a question, which is, I just finished editing the video, but I'm not sure if I should add sound or other graphic type things. Do you think I should save what I've done? Should I just leave it up and then maybe you could help me with it later?
Sure, I can look at it.
So should I leave it up or should I save it?
I would say save it because then you can edit what you did.
Okay. And that's import?
You don't have to do anything. It auto saves.
Oh. I don't have to click save or anything. Oh, auto saved. Okay.
Yeah.
so I won't lose it.
Nope. We use
Okay,
CapCut for our editing software, and I did sign up for Pro to get like sound and stuff in because I was having an issue with copyrighted stuff.
so I just anyway, I can minimize this then and just leave it open, or
Yep.
okay. Sorry, Allie. I'm also thinking I just posted on Tian Tori's Discord at 1:30, looking for one more player for tomorrow night. I think I'll give till maybe dinner time, a little bit after, maybe when I come up to run AD&D, and then I'll post it to Dungeon Coach's Discord if I don't have. Yeah, I'm sure it'll fill.
If anyone is interested in playing in Dungeon Coach's new DC 20 one-shot, comment. Gary is running it for the first time tomorrow.
So, I figured I might be able to start taking the trees apart. Maybe I can get at least one apart or something. 4 o'clock, I have AJ 4 instead of 3 to help to make a character for tomorrow.
How long
anybody else like Adam?
How long do you think that'll take?
Oh, it muted me. Okay. I figure probably an hour.
Okay.
To help them, yeah, because they're level 4 characters. To take the trees apart, well, it's usually 20 to 30 minutes a tree for me. 3:14 now, so I figure that translates into probably only one tree, I think, depending on how quick I go. If I do it in 20 minutes, I might be able to get a second, but it just depends how well I do. And if they're ready, but like you said, it's drying here, so maybe.
We have an air conditioner and a dehumidifier running in our garage right now. Because as I was saying earlier, Pennsylvania is fighting with the Amazon on the wettest place on Earth. I turned on the dehumidifier down here because it was getting smelly. And I'm hoping to get a little bit of the moisture out of here now that the yarn bowls are good to sit in a dehumidified setting. The cookies aren't, but I won't leave it on overnight. I'll keep it on down here while I'm working and
Does it come apart? Oh, breaking. Yes. Anyway, I poured 4 trees, so I think as long as I get at least 1 done before 4, the other 3 I should be able to get done after dinner, no problem. And if I can get 2 done now, and that will be even better.
Cool. I was kind of making these things puck-shaped before I put them on the wheel. Because I'm pretty much just going straight out with them and not coning and...
How was lunch?
It was nice. Had a BLT. It was yummy.
Yeah, I already took apart the bases, and I already did all the recycling. So, do you think you'll still be up around 10?
It all depends on how much I have accomplished for the day.
Just wondering if you think you might be able to help me after I finish my AD&D game.
With what?
The CapCut stuff.
Oh. Yeah. I should be able to look at it.
Awesome. So far, so good. Coming apart pretty good.
I'm definitely not used to throwing with clay that is this soft. That's fine for what I'm doing, but for a regular basis, this would not be good clay to throw with.
Why not?
It's too soft, so it won't hold the shape as I throw bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But because these are flat pieces, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But because there's more water in it, it will also shrink more.
Is it because of the type of clay, or because it's just too wet?
It's because it's too wet. This is the reclaim that's been trying to dry down here for days.
Yeah.
And with the dehumidifier off, it's just too wet. And I have nowhere to put this. All right. Never ever lift greenware with one hand.
Never ever lift greenware with one hand.
Do not do what I just did. But so what I think is I don't have enough room to do 18 of these a day. So
Yeah.
I think my goal is going to be 12 a day for 4 days. And then after the first day, flip them over to dry the bottoms. And then second day, they should be dry enough to stack. They won't dry as fast, but
Yeah, these are definitely ready.
good. That's awesome.
Well, except I hope that they can sit in the mold for, another 2 hours. Or if they actually have to come apart now. With the on a clock, which is the thing that I find the hardest with pouring is that when you pour, you're on a clock.
Yep.
It's a very specific set time frame.
Yep, yep. Okay. 2 more.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be able to sit till 6. That's.
I'm sorry, I missed what you just said.
I don't know if it's going to be able to sit until 6 o'clock, like the other two. I told AJ 4. Well, he asked for 4, and I told him, sure. I really didn't think that I would be taking this apart until after dinner.
Yep, it's dry out there.
Yeah. So. I guess I could always flip them all side down. I will never say that all chairs are created equal ever again.
You'll never what?
Say that all chairs are created equal. This thing's freaking killing my back.
So then move the other one back over.
Yeah, I could.
Okay. We have one more to do. My goal is I want to get that extra large painted before I head up at 4 o'clock to make dinner. And if I can get that painted, then when I come back down, I can put it together. And I should probably paint the next one and then put this one together. And then by that point, I can put together the other one. Yeah, I can put together the other one. And then I only have one more to do for tomorrow. Which I may actually be able to get that one done tonight too, then, if I'm not throwing more. I was going to wedge this clay up. But that can sit overnight. That is not... That's still really wet. If I had the dehumidifier on, I would say it can't last until tomorrow, but without the dehumidifier on overnight, it'll be fine.
Cool.
Everything is a time game when you play with clay. When you take apart the molds, when you do your reclaim, well, for me, it's when you take things off of bats. When you flip things over to let the bottoms dry. Everything is a timing game.
Yeah, that's when
you're not going to be in the studio, what's going to happen to your clay?
It is a fickle medium.
Yeah. But at least it doesn't go bad. So, worst case scenario, at least before you fire it, you can always just reclaim it.
Yeah. I have a bucket that I can't talk about right now.
Yeah, you can talk about your fucking bucket.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I didn't want to use its actual name, but...
Oh, the Home Depot bucket? So far...
I would...
Wait.
No, what it's... Yeah.
The fucket bucket.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you wanted me saying that.
I've said it multiple times on this channel at this point. I am a not made for children... what am I called? Not called a show. YouTuber. I am a not made for children YouTuber.
Alright, I gotta check out. Did I punch all the holes? Wait, one's open. No, this one here.
Take a little bit more of that clay.
Then I gotta figure out what I'm doing with this, and then I'll ask you what time it is, and that'll tell me if I have time to do another one or not. But I have a feeling I do. What time is it?
Well, 3:30.
Yeah, I do have time to do another one. That went pretty quick.
Alright, there you go.
I gotta figure out where the hell I'm putting this though. And then I have to get a piece of paper, other thingy.
See how that jumps there? That's my issue with these bats. You apply pressure to it. They don't hold up under pressure. But yeah. So. Okay.
I mean, do you think I should flip the other two over, maybe?
If they're really dry, yeah.
I mean, right now, this is probably the earliest that it could be taken apart.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that it's, like, horribly dry.
Okay.
But
6 more. Woohoo.
they are, like, the right amount of dry.
Okay. All right, I need to turn this TV on over here. I have the other TV set up as my second monitor that's just dueling this monitor. Take my phone, take my water, take my coffee. I left my paintbrushes. Okay. Oh, and I need my mouse. Okay. Okay. I walked all the way over to the painting area of our studio.
I mean, I guess another thing that I could do is turn off the AC.
What?
I don't see myself getting to a third tree before I have to go.
Okay. I'm kind of hoping to get this tree fully painted before I go up, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Let us.
Some of it I might actually be able to just do via my phone, via like Discord, without actually looking. So I pretty much just have to talk him through the process that I did for the YouTube video that I am working on, which is making a character. But the thing is, I have to help him get it to level 4.
Sorry, guys, for the earthquake.
That's a little bit more involved. I think the only time that he played DC-20 with us was The Hunted, and he played one other thing, but they were both level 1. That was a long time ago.
So this is my green color paint. I don't know. Aha. This will be this color when it's done. I need a better place for this camera. Be that color green when it's done.
I don't know if you're still there or not.
Can you not hear me?
I don't have my phone to check.
I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear me. All right. So, let's see.
Yeah, I hear you. Yes, I think I did.
All right. Oh. Cat.
Yeah, definitely. But it's really hard to hear.
I need a better way of positioning this painting camera. And I still think that hanging it from the ceiling is the correct way. Because I came all the way across the studio, I had to use a powered USB cable. And the electric is on my left-hand side. And I am left-handed, which means my arm blocks your view. So I've sort of been thinking about maybe buying a wireless camera for over here. So that I can, like, I don't know, clip it onto my shirt or something so that you guys can see what I can see. Or affixing it to the ceiling so that you guys get a bird's eye view. But I would like to get that fixed before I start painting yarn bowls. So I have to figure out with Gary what I want to do with that. Gary, opinions?
So you told me 3:30. What time is it now?
Gary's not listening to me. Gary, can you hear me? I don't think Gary can hear
Actually,
me.
just curious how long it took me to clean off the mold and get the tree out.
Let's see what speaker I'm using for Discord. Settings, voice and video. Ah, that's because my voice was coming through. Microphone. Gary, can you hear me now?
Yes, very loud.
Okay.
So what time is it now?
I don't know, but now you can hear me. 3:43.
Okay, so it took me 13 minutes to get the tree out and clean the mold.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's a good time, a bad time.
I give myself 15 minutes for every large tree. That's typically what I plan for.
But I haven't punched holes yet. I'm just doing that now.
Okay.
I feel like I'm slow at that too.
Um, so you missed my whole monologue about camera where
Yes,
I paint.
yes.
I think we have to tie this camera up to the ceiling. It's either that or
Okay.
get a wireless camera.
Okay.
Um, because nobody can see what I'm doing.
Okay. 43. So yeah, I'll have like 10 minutes by the time I finish this one, and I'm not gonna have the time to do another one. Well, whichever you think is better, or whichever way you want to go about it.
Well, if I buy myself a wireless camera, then I can give you this camera for recording upstairs.
Mm. Which would be
And
good because one problem that I have for sure with my video is I was looking at the big monitor because that's what it was recording off of. So that's where I had the character sheet. I was turning my head to talk, but like there were times where I was looking to the side. I think the content's still good, but yeah, that would be helpful.
all right, let's try that angle. Yeah, I need to do something down here. Because this is not working as intended. But I'm also definitely not going to get this tree done before I have to go start dinner.
Oh, we're in the same kind of boat. When you
So
know how
I,
long something takes, and you know what time it is and how much time you have, and you know you don't have enough, yeah, no, struggle is real.
yeah, I think I'm going to paint the bottom of this tree and collar. And then I'm going to go start, well, I'm going to clean up. So I've been letting chicken, making stock in the crock pot. So I'm going to clean all that up. And um,
Double check that I got all the holes. What time is it now?
yeah, I'm going to clean up the stock pot, and then I'm going to make a salad, and then I will legitimately start dinner. My goal is to have dinner on the table by 5.
What time is it?
I don't know.
Currently.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 3:48 p.m.
3:48. That tree's done. Oh man, do I do another one? Do I do another one? I mean, I'm not gonna have it done in time, but oh, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try to get one more. That'll only leave me one for after dinner. So you're not at the computer right now, currently, huh? Actually, this is pretty crazy of me to even be attempting because I know it took me 13 minutes just to take it apart. I guess it didn't take me that long to actually punch the holes. It went pretty quick. I don't know why. I don't know if the large tree is just easier than the smaller ones. Maybe it is, because it's less delicate. I don't feel like I'm going to break it every time I poke a hole.
Yeah, that's fair. This would be the large tree that he is talking about. I don't know where my hole punch went to. Got lost in the move.
How much time until you come up?
I'm just going to give the bottoms of these one more coat and then shut down the stream, and then I'll be heading to go start dinner.
So it could be later than 4.
I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know, I'll probably be done within the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
I just want to get the chicken broth done, and then I want to make a salad.
Now,
Okay. Dinner tonight's easy. It's just the pulled pork that you and your dad made, and hot dogs for dad.
yeah.
But yeah, that stock was looking really good.
I had a banana for lunch, so I'm definitely looking forward to food. Trying to work as quick as I can, and the clay is at this perfect point for cleaning off the molds where it's not like sticky and it's not dry.
Okay.
Which is why I was saying that like it's the soonest that I would want to take it apart, because like the tree isn't like soft and like gonna cave in on itself.
Mm-hmm.
But for cleaning off the molds, the clay is like the perfect point, I think. And I'm worried about like waiting on that last tree that maybe it will um, push over that perfect window. But I also don't want to keep AJ waiting. I don't have my phone on me to like hook to a call with him either. I have it on the charger. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
By finishing these bottoms, when I come
Uh
back
oh.
down after dinner, I can go straight into working on the tops of them.
Wow, that was a quick save. I done screwed up, but I was able to save it. I forgot to get the um, sheetrock to
Oh.
put the tree on. I'm sitting there holding it, and I had flipped it the way that it needs to sit.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, because normally when you take it out of the mold, you hold it upside down up against your chest. But I'd already flipped it around, and then I'm like, shit, where do I put it? Where do I put it? I flipped it back upside down so I could get the sheetrock. Because it's not very good to hold it like that, I don't think. Not for longer than you need. Just long enough to flip it down.
Okay.
Somebody join?
Well, that is it for me for today. Well, not for
Did somebody
today, but
just join?
I
till
was gonna
dinner.
say
Till
I
after
jumped in right
dinner.
at the last minute again.
Sorry, Zanny.
Well,
I will
what's that?
I'll be back on at about 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central.
But hang on there if you can.
Yep,
Danny.
because I know you and I's thing is about to start.
Well, that's the thing, and I need AJ
Okay,
too,
guys,
but you.
we'll just hold on. Just pause
Yeah.
for a second. So anyway, if you were watching along, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll be back in about 2 hours or so to finish up this tree and to paint 2 more. And